The Great Pyramid was once the highest monument on Earth, and that was because he's telling you that it is the highest of earthly knowledge. I've put a map of the human head over the Great Pyramid, and you'll see that they have marked the locations of what is known as the endocrine system of the brain. So we have the King's Chamber, which is the pineal gland, the Queen's Chamber, which is the pituitary gland, and we have the thalamus, and we also have a little tower, a tower looking, which is the jet pillar, the spine of Osiris. That is Bethlehem. It is Belen, which means the Tower of Fire. That then relates to the alchemical Kundalini energy, the serpent fire, that rises through the spine, the jet pillar of Osiris, which in Egyptian is spelled PSDW, which means the shining. It is the Tower of Fire. And they raise their Kundalini spiritual energy through various rituals, and they awaken their consciousness. And that is really, in a very, very succinct nutshell, the Egyptian pyramids and what they represent. They represent the gestation period, they represent the womb experience, and they represent the rebirth of self. Here we found a statue with its nose missing. You will see this kind of statue with no nose in certainly ancient times, especially Egypt. So what does it mean? Well, the nose is a phallic symbol, and to have the nose removed is a symbol of castration. The symbol of castration is a removal of lust. That then leads us into sexual alchemy and the control of sexual urges. Another mystery of Egypt is the Sphinx of Egypt. Now, when you look at the Sphinx, why it has no nose, again it goes back to sexual alchemy. Now, the nose is actually a phallic symbol, and the phallic, you see the obelisks around the world, which is also a phallus, a phallic symbol. For something that is a phallic symbol to be removed, basically means the removal of lust. It is the castration, which is what a lot of ancient cultures used to do. They used to castrate people because it removed their lust, it removed their sexual lust. And the reason that the likes of eunuchs would be the guardians of female temples was for that very reason. They'd remove their lust by castration. Now, the removal of the nose is to remove that lust, it is to remove that passion, so that you use that sexual energy with compassion, and it then illuminates the mind. What we have here is, by the look of it, Osiris and Isis, who are meant to be husband and wife. We see Osiris sitting upon a cube, a throne, a cube, and that represents the material realm, the four material realm. By sitting on top of the cube, he's stating that he's beyond the material realm of this existence. He's almost the fifth element. Isis really is the mother, is nature, and when you look at other names for Egypt, which is Mizur, it comes to Hymen, it means hymen, and hymen is where we get the word him. So it's all about the matrix, which is the womb. We come into this world via the birth, through the birthing channel, which is the Holy Grail, which is the womb. And that is very much Isis, which represents the cosmic womb. Now, when we come into this world, we come as a cubical city, we come as the cross. But within the cubes hides the tetrahedron, the pyramid. If we continue to observe the traits of the material world, we will continue to live within the cube. If we go beyond the cube, we will then reveal the pyramid, which is the symbol of fire, the symbol of truth, the symbol of the divine mind. Hieroglyphs are symbols which mean something to those who wrote them. We have a lot of consciousness written within there. We have eyes, we have what looks to be like helicopters and spacecraft. We have what looks like a crescent sun, which is bread, the bread of life, the breath of life, which goes back to bread and to breath. They're all telling us of consciousness. They're all telling us how to reach this pinnacle of humanity. All of these things were written to have certain blinds so that idle gazers could never understand the truth. And it's for the certain initiates, it's for the people who are chosen to come into this sacred knowledge.